Yep.
Hey, what's up? How y'all doing? Welcome back to another video on Ash's Creation. A lot of you disagree, by the way. Like 45% of people in the comments disagree, and they want to keep the current PTR times to kill. They want to keep it. It's ridiculous. I know, it's insane. All right, so here is phase 3. This is a tank. These players are pretty equally geared. So let's go ahead and watch how long. This is a 2v1, mind you. This is a ranger and a cleric versus a tank. Okay, we're watching the tank's perspective here. I just want you guys to see time to kill on live in a 2v1. All right, here we go. That's Crow from Supple, and that's Thunder from Vice, and then Strix from Supple. Supple guild leader hops in. So yeah, cleric ranger versus tank. What's the timer at? 150. It's been like 40 seconds. Alright, where are we at? 220? Let's skip to this. I added some comedian stuff to it because it's funny. And then that's it. So he kills him at around 240. So the fight started at what, 116-ish? So you can see 2v1, you know, tank was in a really good spot. Granted, you know, Thunder pretty good at tank. I don't know how good this guy Crow is. Strix, I don't really know Strix. So let's look at some of the time to kill from the sieges. So I've made multiple videos about TTK, and you guys can check them all out. I'll put links to all these videos in the description. So this is a Bard POV. I mean, look at the health bars. Things are moving, happening. I mean, all the sieges we did were really good. The performance was the lacking issue. Like, people were dying, synergy was there. Like, I mean, that's a tank right there that just did that damage. So I do think that tank's damage is way too high. So I want to talk about all this. And I'm going to link these videos so you guys can look at these, like the old time to kill, so you understand, because I feel like most of you don't even actually PvP in any relative term of PvP. You know, getting ganked or, you know, walking down the road and fighting somebody once an entire phase is not PvPing. I don't think you should even talk about PvPing at that point. Yeah, so this is the video we're talking about. This is the one I just released last night. TTK Changes suck, baby girl, Ash's Creation. Yeah, I don't, Steven calls me baby girl, so it's kind of a, just a joke between us, I guess. I don't know, it's just something he started saying the other day. But yeah, if you look through all the comments, like 40% of people, a little bit more than 40%, want the current, they want to keep the time to kill. Like this guy, dude. He's like, I want to have time to react. Huh? Okay. I guess you need 30 minutes to react. But yeah. All right, let's talk about some of the changes that I would implement to make the game a little bit more balanced if they were to reiterate the old time to kill from phase 3. So as you guys saw in that video, that short, like 1.5 minute fight, whatever it was, between that tank, cleric, and ranger, It was a 2v1 against the tank, and they couldn't kill the tank. So yeah, tanks phase 3, yeah, they're kind of OP. And I have some balances, and I think these slight tweaks and improvements would have made the old TTK a much better system. Now, this isn't every single change that I would make. This is just, you know, what I had thought about over the months of playing phase 3. Let's just dive right into it.
So it's a lot. It's gonna be jam-packed. This is gonna be a long live stream. Buckle in, strap yourselves, get yourself some snacks, or make yourself mobile so you can snack and use the porcelain throne at the same time while listening to us, whatever works for you. And then we'll do
All right, class rebalance concepts, old TTK values. Introduction, these are baseline ideas for potential class adjustments if the game reverts to the old TTK values. The goal is to restore role identity, balance PvP, improve siege dynamics. This is a starting point, not a full redesign. Let me be very clear on that. This isn't every single change I would make, okay? 100% not. These are just like key elements that needed to be changed and tweak, adjusted. This doesn't include like mana cost and, you know, every single dynamic that needs to be changed, like, you know, passive shield block rate, etc. So let's just start with Mage. I did play Mage last phase. Arcane Shell. Let's just start there. Arcane Shell. It needs to be a CC break, just like Blink. Blink remain another CC break. So mages have 2 breaks. I don't think they should get an ice block. Blizzard shouldn't be self-targeted. It shouldn't cast at your feet. This should be a targetable AoE. You should be able to place this where you want it to cast. It should just be similar to, like, is it Hoarfrost? And then Slumber, I would increase the radius to 8 meters. I think it's currently only like 2 meters, something like that. That way it can reliably end cap players in an area of effect. You know, that opens up some really good combinations with Bard. But yeah, Slumber right now, it takes a long time to cast, and it only has a 2-meter area of effect, so I would increase that. Those are just like some base changes on Mage I would do. Tank, damage sustain adjustment. So tanks, as you saw, are very tanky, and they do a very good amount of damage. First and foremost, if you saw, Thunder is really good with Tomahawk throw. You can see, I think he landed it twice in that fight, and that is probably what won him the fight, is having those 2-3 second full trips. I think that should be reduced to 2 seconds. Thunder also agrees this is overpowered. So yeah, reduce Tom from our trip from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Shake it off. This currently heals 10% when you use it, always. This should only be 6% always. Reduce that by 4%. I think that will give a good balance there. Strength and dexterity scaling. Tanks currently scale the same way a rogue would scale with strength and dexterity. I think tanks should be like a little bit more than double. So every 7 points of power and dexterity should equate to 1 point of power, for example, on a tank. And every 3 points on a rogue should equate to 1 point of power on a rogue. And that reflects their classes. A rogue is a damage dealer, a tank is a tank. And that would, you know, make it a little bit less OP if you reduce their power scaling by that much. Indomitable Spirit, I think the cooldown 60 seconds is way too short. I think this should go up to 90 second to 120 second cooldown. I honestly think it should be 120 seconds, because when you pop, when you pair Indomitable with Shake It Off, it's really OP, and that just resets the fight. So I think those couple changes on tank and adjusting their damage would make them just a better overall position and where they're supposed to be. Rogue, this is supposed to be just a physical glass cannon. I think they should not be able to equip heavy armor. I think they should be glass cannons. I don't think they should be able to use 2-handers either. I really don't. I don't think they should use either one. If they're a rogue, it's too OP. They should beat pretty much anybody in 1v1. They literally can CC any other class except Summoner and keep their uptime around 30%. Summoner, brand new class. We're not really going to talk about Summoner too much. But pretty much any other class 1v1, they can stun lock them 70% of the fight, which is, you know, really good. That's their job. They should be able to kill any class 1v1. Really, the rogues biggest use right now in Siege is the back cap. We use them to go and cap points and cause the enemy to split forces and go and deal with those rogues who are capping all the points while we're pushing gates, etc. So rogues do have position in Siege. They have some AoE, not too much. So I mean, those are just a few changes I'd make on the road. Ranger's in a really bad spot currently. The old system, they were okay, especially in Siege environment. Even in like 8v8 plus, they were okay. Mobility, anti-griefing. So Rangers, I think they should have a second flip, like another backflip that enters them into a stealth and breaks combat. I think they should have essentially what a rogue has, and like they can vanish. Bear trap activation. I don't like how Rangers can just throw down bear traps and get the tag on pretty much any mob. I don't like that. Make the activation have a delay on mobs that just spawned. So if a mob spawns, it won't pop the trap for like 2 seconds or something. That way anybody can have a chance of getting it. I think all abilities should have that. I just don't like fighting over mobs against Rangers. That's a bias. But yeah, Rangers, they need, I think they just need a second backflip. I thought Ranger was in a decent spot in phase 3. Decent. Not best, decent. They still need love. Bard, you need to reduce Bard's healing. Bard's way too much healing in phase 3, way too much. Reduce all healing by 50% minimum. They gotta be okay at everything, but not great. Okay, just okay. Like that's it. They're a bard, jack of all trades type thing. They're right. So knock them down. And fighter, dude, fighter. I don't want a fighter at all for any reason. Just fully rework them. Like fighter, whoever made fighter, like must have not looked at tank, because essentially for fighter to be good, they would have to be like a tank. But they also are a fighter, so they need to do damage. But how do you balance that out without just making them what the current tank is? You know what I mean? Fighter, really bad spot. I just get rid of it. Make people play tanks. They want to play fighter. Whoever made fighter, I don't know, man. That's, to me, the worst class. Cleric. Yeah, dude. Old values were fine. I would change some of the mana cost maybe, and I would give them more damage. I would give them 10% just more damage so they can just PvE better, and that's about it. And then if you change, Bard's healing and make Cleric the dominant healer, well, Cleric can be Cleric. And then Summoner, we need to do a lot more testing, so I really can't talk about Summoner too much. Summoner's OP though if you use the tank pet. And the gist of things, this is just to like define class roles. Everybody like currently is just stack HP mitigation, don't die meta. It's really the new system is terrible. All right, so this is I think the last siege we did on live. So, and this was like really good. The time to kill, everything was good. Like, we don't have billions of numbers. Math was simple to do. Everything was simplified. It's just really easy. And that dude that just melted, he got hit by like 8 people. So yeah, of course he's gonna melt.
All in.
Like here's their POV.
Onto the flag. Onto the flag. AoE onto the flag. AoE onto the flag.
Devastating walls. Bro, I hate
AoE onto that flag.
I hate the walls. This is so cooked. They're like staggering the walls out. Chandler's.
So Dusty's a tank, alright? Look, I mean, it took a long time for him to die, and he was being hard focused. Like, more than 8 people were focusing him when he ran out of there. And we're just literally mass AoE bombing that choke point. Like, this was good time to kill. Like, I really want to do a siege on the PTR just so I can show you how redonkulous it would be. I honestly think if a tank or summoner got to the capture point and touched it, they wouldn't die. I don't think they would. I really don't. All right.
They see us. They see us. They're on the left.
Like-
they're sweeping around. They're sweeping
Get
around.
roots out. Get roots out.
This is just, I like, dude,
West.
look, they're not just melting. They're not just falling over. They have time to react. Look how much time they have to get out. They put walls up. They slowed us down. Most of them get out. You know what I mean? So people saying, oh, you don't have enough time to react and like get away and like do this and that. Like, what are you talking about? Look how much time they have to react and heal up and get back together. It's just they, you know, they're just not as good as we are. Our team was stacked. We're like, you know, the best players in phase 3 pretty much on our team. And then we're fighting like a bunch of throw togethers on the other team, right?
Dude, what a meme.
Tell me what here, like, what can't you react to? What is too fast on the screen that's happening that you don't understand besides the performance issues? Like, if this was seamless, like lagless, had no lag, no FPS drop, and everybody could actually see what is going on, I don't see an issue with this time to kill. Like, it wasn't 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
Shouldn't be pushing that far forward.
Like, watch. The reason they collapse so fast is because we have everyone on our team channeling their big DPS AoE rotation on that position. That's why they're melting like paper. Look, watch. Look at all the AoE following me into that, dude. There's 3 ball lightnings on my screen. Like, what? Of course they're gonna melt. I almost died too, but I didn't. Right? Like, I think time... Like, dude, what is wrong with time to kill there? I'm being dead serious. Like, watch this and tell me what's wrong with time to kill.
Dude, why am I going back and back?
I don't see an issue, bro. I just don't. You also have to remember there's a gear difference too. Like, most of Vice is like almost full abyss gear. Like, heroic, epic, legendary gear. While the other team is like, hey, Econ's too hard, right? So there's also that. Like, look how fast Nice Gaming is melting right there.
No R4 recently? Nah, I haven't played R4 in a long time.
And he's on a tank. And he has both, it looks like he has a full set on, because I see his heavy armor buff and fortitude. I don't know exactly what gear he has, but I know a lot of their team had really bad gear. So that's the other thing. Like, gear mattered. Not as much as it matters currently on PTR though. Like, wow, dude. If you have uncommon items versus anybody in like even heroic items, it's not comparable. You might as well be level 5 versus level 25 at that point. So, I mean, am I delusional? Like, this time to kill seems really good. Like, these people coming in right now are being AoE bombed. Like, they're being hit by like everyone around. You see all my green names here, dude? Any red target here is being hit by those green names. That's why like, I don't know, man.
Goddamn fucking silence, dude. Cunt. Oh, he got me up the wall, dude. He's fucking... Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's all they really kept doing to me the whole time is chain silencing me.
It's so fucking funny how hard that they're trying and they're losing.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with the time to kill. Like, that trippy guy, the vanity guy, those guys that just got blown up. Like, yeah, 15 people just auto attack them. Of course they're gonna fall over dead. They're DPS dog shit class. They're not a tank class, right? Like, I don't. Time to kill was in a really good spot, dude. They just needed to make the tweaks that I was suggesting.
We got a whole lot of people.
Oh god, the war dodger.
Yeah.